need to leave it all behind. Feel the need to get away. I find the quiet place, far from the human race, out in the country, before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime. Out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Whenever I feel them closing in on me, I need a bit of room to move. When life becomes too fast, I find relief at last. Out in the before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime. Out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime. Out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime. Before the breathing air is gone.
Here are the chords that are needed. You'll need an A minor 7th, a B minor 7th, an E, an A D, a D7, a G, a D with a C bass note. You'll also need a B minor 7th on the 2nd fret, an A minor 7th in the open position, a D with an F sharp bass note, an E minor, a D in the open position, and a C on the 3rd fret. Let's take a look at these chords on the guitar for the rhythm part. There's an A minor 7th on the 5th, a B minor 7th on the 7th, an E here on the 4th, and I'm just playing the middle 4 strings, an A bar chord on the 5th, a D on the 5th, a D7 here on the 5th, then it goes down to a G bar chord on the 3rd, then I play this D with a C bass note. So all I'm doing is playing the D by barring strings 1, 2, and 3, placing my 2nd finger on the C bass note, and my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then it goes down to a B minor 7th, which reappears down here on the 2nd fret, A minor 7th that appears in the open position, back to a G, then you play a D with an F sharp bass note, down to an E minor, and then a D in the open position. Then you also need an A bar chord, a C here on the 3rd, and a D on the 5th again. Here's how the strumming pattern goes in the first section. A good way to start this strumming pattern is to figure out the beats that you play on. So you hit a downstroke on the 1, the 2, and then the and after the 3. So for example, if I count like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, those are when the strikes are going to happen. Same when you go to this B minor 7th, you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and, so I'm hitting the E on the and after the 3. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if you notice when I played it, I added some muted strings. So I did that in between to give it some extra sound. So what I do is I do the downbeats. So there I did a muted down, up, and then I hit the chord on the next down. So what you can do is down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. So if you can practice that pattern, it should help you get it. The lead guitar part can be played by utilizing these three major chord shapes. The red dot in each of these shapes represents where the root note is found. The lead guitar part sounds like this.
Before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime, out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering.
Here are the chords that make up that lead guitar part. You start with a G here on the 7th fret. You go down to a D on the 5th, down to the G on the 3rd, and then you walk up through a G, A, F sharp. So notice I changed the shape there, back to that little mini D shape. Before going to the G, up to a D here on the 10th, and then I switch again to the C, and then a D here on the 14th. And to bring it back with the part that goes, I'm just playing that D, hitting the G, and then I go to the A part. Here's the lead guitar played slowly. Here's the organ solo played on guitar.
Before the breathing air is gone.
To cover the organ solo, I've divided it into 4 sections. I'll play each section and then show the tablature for that section. Here's section 1. Here's the tablature for section 1. The lines are the strings of the guitar, and the numbers on them are the frets that are played. Here's section 2. Here's the tablature for section 2. Here's section 1 and 2 together. Here's section 3. Here's the tablature for section 3. Here's sections 1, 2, and 3 together. Here's section 4. tablature for section 4. Here's the whole solo played slowly. The second time the transition chords of A, C, and D come around, there's kind of an echo that I play those chords in a smaller version. It sounds like this. So what I'm doing there is, instead of playing the full bar chords of A, C, and D, I'm just playing strings 2, 3, and 4 of each chord. So the A would be like this, the C would be like this, and the D would be like this. So I play that second time around. There's a little lead line that occurs during the course of the organ solo I thought I should include. It just goes. All that is you're playing up here on the 9th fret on the 3rd string, and then your bend and release on the 10th fret of the 2nd string.